Can I? Oh, of course, Stories of Love. I've met a writer. That'll work. I can assist with this. Let me make the necessary introductions. What you need is a visit to Landau's townhouse when Rachel is at home. Then I'll expect you to do that, and soon. Please question Mr. Page's intentions. What do you think Mr. Page intends for London? What is it doing? What does it want? It's trying to save us from disaster. We would have starved without the masters. There's no way we could have found enough food to feed everyone. That's a bit naive. Out of the goodness of its heart, there's nothing else it wants from London. Was it really trying to get out of the census? People worry because they're cloaked and because their rules can be a trifle peculiar. There are times I've wondered about Mr. Page's intent myself, but there's always turned out to be a good reason. For instance, I didn't quite understand why they waited so long after the fall to begin distributing stores, but I hadn't thought. But it's not all so easy to distribute so many things through so many parts of London. Frankly, ridiculous on my part to not to have realized. I'd never ask that question now. In any case, it does want something in exchange, but it's hardly any cost to us. Just stories of love and devotion, whatever form they take. Through the census or in other ways. Personal matters, things we still don't know about one another. If you could be rid of one danger from all the dangers the Neath holds, which would you strike out? I fear nothing. Or one trouble removed would introduce another, or the danger of melancholia. One trouble removed would introduce another. Yeah, that is an excellent question. I mean, one trouble removed would introduce another, but you just solve that one, and then the next, and then the next never-ending string of troubles, but things will get slightly better with each solution, so I don't think that's a good answer. I'll say the danger of melancholia. It's the gloom that gets at me. You're too much like Archie. Kiss, family, childhood. Let's ask about the childhood. Too early for that. She tells me about her life child, about the estate where she grew up, the horses, and the tenant farmers. Then the railway came, a loud, dirty thing that ran too close to their land for her mother's tastes. That bred arguments in the household, with her uncle staunchly supporting the advance of progress. It's hard to tell from the story exactly how old Grizz was when this happened. In her narrative, it sounds sometimes as though she was a child listening at keyholes, and sometimes a girl almost out of the schoolroom, who had no patience for anything her mother might ever say. But somewhere in that compound of memories is the source of Grizz the politician, or Grizz the civil servant. Don't elope with any of your census fillers. It would be dreadfully awkward. Encourage. No, it would invalidate their form. Completely unacceptable. I'm glad you came out of your attic at last. Chapman's wasn't the same without you. Right, collected love stories. Okay, so I assume that's an action I can add to this. Student of the Heart. Okay. I'm not sure what, well, I'm not entirely certain what motive. Let's try Hope for Power. See if that gives anything. No? I'm really just going to cycle through all of this and see what pops up. Nothing at all. Okay. So keep that unknown so I can ask people about it. And Just save an exit for now. And you know, I think I'll go ahead and do the thing where you just introduce Grizz to Rachel. Get that out of the way immediately. Or should I turn in the census forms? Let's do the introductions. Okay, so no hints there, but I mean, I'm not there on official ministry business, so yeah, let's just keep the corsage on there, and I'm satisfied with this. Miss Landau, may I introduce my friend, Miss Griselda. Grizz. She heard about your writing and asked for an introduction. Oh, do you read my work, Grizz? I never read novels. I have more pressing demands on my time. Then I don't understand why you've come. Tactfully explain, rudely explain. She needs stories to feed into the maw. Let's tactfully. I will explain it. Yeah. Grizz has an avid reader in need of supply. We thought they might particularly appreciate your gifts. How kind of you. My employer would like to pay you to produce stories more quickly. My hands only go so fast. We could provide a secretary, supplies. I'm not sure what a person in your situation might need. I can see that. How do you spend your time then? Attending social events until something inspires a return to my desk. Some muses inspire. Mine exasperates. Ugh. But those activities produce what? A list of incidents, alphabetical to be included in the coming chapters? Characters. Today, a woman creeping backwards into government. No, I have my eyes front, trust me. She's tried to discard her society accent, but she wears gold links in her cuffs. Not visible on this screen, apparently. I didn't come to be a literary model. If you want me to write more, it's the best thing you could have done. London's circulating libraries and magazines hold tales by the thousand. Your masters commandeer whatever they wish. I don't understand your difficulty. No option to stay neutral here, then I will defend Rachel. Agrees Rachel. You are not the only one to ask such questions. Their intentions are hard to read. We've brought books by the wheelbarrow, new and old. Our reader, and there is one particular reader, has rejected everything Pages has brought to him. You'll pay for every chapter on the love of Neath-dwelling Londoners. My compatriot Morgan will help you. Yes, I will. If you can tell me what you require. I need a plot about how my heroine recovers from her betrothal to someone left behind on the surface. Just the skeleton of how it happens, I can do the rest. If you could contrive a way for her to end the business, that would be very welcome. All of my thoughts have proven insipid. I have a new story crafting thing to do, I guess. We only want the tales. And the Neath's heart's blood. I accept if that only means taking an extra payment for work I already do. I promise nothing. You've allowed us to provide a certain incentive. Okay, thoughtful walk home. Grace is silent with her thoughts. If she had any turn for politics, what a politician she would make. Although, of course, they'd never swear her in. But imagine her speeches. Oh, and so here's where I can play matchmaker, apparently. No, I think I'll be having Rachel for myself. Try to go along that. Meaning you admire her profile abstractly? No. Think of having her carved as a cameo, perhaps? Not exactly. An intrigue. Sure, yeah, let's ask. If I ask, do you have feelings for Rachel? There's nothing to tell, I believe. If she should say anything about her feelings, please tell me. Let's go straight to the table. Did you see that woman? The one that came yesterday asking for doctoring? Aye, what should it be but nightmares again? Am I having odd dreams? I guess this is me saying that yes, I do have odd dreams now. Okay, cool. Let's do that, sure. Poor lady. I don't sleep well under a rock roof either. I don't think anyone sleeps well down here. Could you do anything, love? I've only a dram of laudanum left, and name more for a few days. There's fuel enough for the moment if you need to start a new tincture. There's so much else I've been brewing up, so to say, but in case it did not work, a lump of wrapped in paper or leaves, just long enough. Opium. Goodness! Well, wherever you got it, don't let anyone see it before you've had a chance to use it. Silence falls. I have a confession. I saw an enormous tentacle in the basement not so long ago. I didn't tell you and the others because I thought it might put you off the house. And it didn't seem a great danger. That is, it wasn't doing anything. Other than stealing the odd supplies now and then. Seemed a lazy thing, really. Grew a bit fond. Now I hear tell there's been a man made of tentacles seen, bold as brass. Heard it from few sources beyond Miss Besum's witterings. Lurking in the dark where the caves have opened on the south bank. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with all these tentacles. Look, as your landlady, I have to give notice if it takes over another room. But I'm glad to know it's worrying you too. Makes me feel a bit less like I'm losing the plot. A couple of neighbors have mentioned a sinkhole when they've stopped by for tea. Caves below the streets by the south bank. Movement in the depths, coils slithering in the gaslights. It was not just us, it seems. These are ways of finding new tenants. Assuming she wants me to go there, express it that there's a connection. I assume she wants me to go there. That's probably a safe bet. And you want me to go down there and see if there's a connection? Well, not at the expense of your own safety. I still have bills to pay after all. Even in all this, the utilities must be kept up. But I'd like to know as much as I can, and you're more at liberty than me. I don't know that there's a connection between our basement and these caves. But best be on your guard. Trouble comes from below down here. Okay. If anyone knows the way to split, it'll be Harjeet. No, I'm not going to leave a mess. Stop asking. Maybe if when I'm doing the high society playthrough, maybe then I'll do it, but not now. They got hungry. People turned inventive. All the pigeons around St. Paul's they caught plucked. More than one society lapdog was turned to stew. Oh. There are no more mushrooms on my plate. Read the day. Okay. And no new acquaintances. I haven't really met anyone new, but something may have updated with adorable informant. I went to win her heart. It doesn't mean that I stopped supporting Mr. Pages. Oh, it doesn't help that I stopped. Oh. Ah, so basically, I think she has feelings for me, and then I irritated her. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Rachel. Nothing new there? Okay. Time is it? Yeah, I probably got time for maybe one more day before I have to close things off for now. Let's go ahead and circumstance beneath London. Another morning, another newspaper. The headlines today read, Masters of the Bazaar prohibit burning of more than 6 candles at once. Candle shortage ongoing. Call the past. Stranger across the way. You know what? Let's get some more information on Harjeet or Grizz. I'm spending more of my time with Grizz than Harjeet. With only 2 things to do per day. Yeah, let's go with Grizz. Grizz was eating a cold dinner. There wasn't a hot one that night. But Horatio was determined that we had to eat. Grizz and I had both have been lodging at Horatius before the fall, but at first we didn't speak much. She kept her distance back then. She'd become much friendlier since the fall. No question of lighting the stove today, I'm sorry to say. I've found a few things in the larder. Those few things would be worth a fortune now. Grizz didn't look impressed. That's a fortune now. She had the end of a loaf of bread, a roast joint we hadn't finished, a cheddar with the wax covering still on. The jelly deal's barely been touched, plenty to go around. In fact, I think Grizz mentioned her family briefly. Joking reference or grim reference? Joking reference. It must be a bad night in the Everly household. They don't like eating alone. Guests, always. But I doubt anyone is paying supper visits today. Oh, her family name is Everly. Build a story. So that's ready to hand in, apparently. I should go talk to him about that then. Get her heroine out of a ruined engagement. So. Oh, Grizz is locked in. Okay. Spoiled Beauty had lost her betrothed in the fall of London. He was believed to be traveling in France. Spoiled Beauty had begun to fear she would never see him again. Meanwhile, they somehow came to her social circle. An unknown did something. The Spoiled Beauty did something in response. Okay, so who? Average Londoner. Rachel. Okay, so if I'm right, I'm basically choosing the other character, the character that the Grizz similar character is in love with. Okay. You know, Grizz did say something about breaking off an engagement, so talking to her about that might give me more stuff to put in here. Well, let's see what I can do first. I'll just say Milton. The Bohemian Gentleman. I'm going to look at all this then. The Doctor. Constable. The Landlady. That's the Bohemian Gentleman again. Somehow, I I came to her social. Okay, so it's not just Londoner. That's okay. The civil servant. The authoress. Let's go with the Bohemian Gentleman. Bohemian Gentleman sounds interesting. between sailings. Hoped for love, hoped for wealth. I'm gonna say hope for love. Offered marriage, because it is a ruined engagement, so that's gonna happen. I don't think about that. What actions? Accepted, crushed a heart. Okay. Oh no, she's supposed to get out of the engagement, so it's just an affair. With red, sure. Mind for the surface. Crushed a heart. And turn to the synagogue? A novel plot is crafted. Neathborn! Okay, what exactly did I build here, though? Spoiled Beauty had lost her betrothed in the fall of London. He had traveled to France and so escaped. The Spoiled Beauty was overpoweringly envious of him and spent all her time wishing to be above. A Bohemian gentleman saw the opportunity to pursue the long-standing love of the Spoiled Beauty. The Bohemian gentleman attempted to seduce her. The Spoiled Beauty defiantly declined his offer. Experienced so affected the Spoiled Beauty, she was drawn back to her religious observance of her upbringing. No. Let's actually change this, but let's accept and is happy in love. And he regrets nothing. There, like get her out of one ruined engagement by having her find a new love. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, let's just keep it an affair. Now then, I could go to. I don't have much money, but I would assume that's how you get more clothing items, and I would like that, but not right now. I don't have money. Let's discuss theories of ministry misbehavior with Archie, since how apparently I have something ready to turn in. Maybe I can get some money that way. Again, no information there whatsoever, but it's Archie. Sure, this is fine. Meaningful knowledge that we were siblings in a secret society. Mention the prohibition on grumpy. Yeah, let's mention this again. Small talk. Let's do it. Now, new laws about the burning of candles. Oh, oil lamps and gas lamps are not included in the prohibition. The way I tell it, the newspaper correspondent comes out looking a bit of a fool, but it does make the tale more entertaining. The frightening thing about the ministry is what the papers did not dare to print. More positive view and intellectual explanation, seek the need for laws, sinister nature of authority. Yeah. Those who make the laws have always abused the place, keeping their own power and pushing down everyone else. Archie nods along, even finishes a few of my sentences for me. I have not lost a patient today. And there's no one raving in need of confinement, so I'll count that to the good. That common? What did you speak? I'm glad he's well. So curiosity for his patients, or... I'm glad you're well. I'm glad. We need some quiet days now and then. The masters are gathering love stories, or at least Mr. Page's is. The others may be working on it as well. I wonder what purpose of that might be. I suppose it puts us all at their mercy. But I would think there are easier ways. They already have our food. If they mean to starve us, they'd kill everyone's beloved anyhow. Or maybe they want the stories for themselves. If London were a treasure house of a very peculiar kind. I have a friend in Fleet Street who'll want these. He's good money for what he can print. I'll split the price between us. You won't mind me using the rest of the medicines, I know. And it's not as though I could go to Archie's buyer myself, of course. Let's confide in him, yeah. Who do you miss most from the surface? Someone I love, someone I desired. Yeah, I'll say I had a lost love on the surface, why not? It was a matter of the heart. And I suppose you've not heard from them. Really think I was forgotten. Thank you for telling me. Okay. We each have our own losses. Listen, it might be that I'm about to make a fool of myself. But I'd rather ask sure I'd not be able to put out of my head. We've lived in the same house a while, you and I. You're the best friend I have down here. Yes. Let's be friends. I've been hoping to be friends, Archie. I've been thinking about it for some time. You an unlocked forger of bonds. Cool. Everyone needs an ally down here the way I see it. Time was when the thought of this would have stopped me in place. For fear that I cannot take a liking to anyone without something happening to them. But that fear doesn't weigh so much on me now. And I have you to thank for that as well. Go to story again. Okay, yep, that is already handed. Oh, there's something new here apparently. Okay, so I need to find a new action, I guess. Let me go ahead and set these unknown actions back. Okay. Let's head outside. Now, do I want to turn in plot work? Or do I want to do something else first? I could do the census forms. I have 2 of them. Nothing to do there, apparently. Is 4 pennies enough to go buy something at the shops? You know what? No, I've already got the love story. Let's go ahead and turn that in. I'll go shopping later. I mean, the jacket associates me with common workers, not society types like themselves. But I don't have anything else, and it's better than going shirtless. So, yeah, let's just stay here. Stick with this. Oh, Master's not feeling his best, huh? You better in better from tomorrow if you want to visit then. Oh. Well then. Guess I'll turn in the census pages after all. And since this is official business, get the badge on. We require. Jesus Christ, that. Ah, God, why did they give the master a high-pitched voice? We require more stories from the bazaar. Our current catalog is too small. Too small? Far too small. We have all romantic accounts from the census. Too short. Too self-similar. A person was married, then widowed. A person fell in love, was rejected, and married another. Where is the screaming in such an account? Let's go to humor. They are English, Mr. Pages. When they wish to scream, they say they were quite put out. Besides, if you want more colorful stories, there are the novels. London's novels have been disappointing. Don't want to insult either of them, so let's just ask Grizz. What would you do then, Grizz? If we cannot prepare everything that is needed, we should prepare for the failure instead. This sounds displeasing. What will happen if there are not enough stories, or they are not satisfactory? We will not immediately escape from here. London will not be returned. That's about the food supplies. Will we run out of food? Are there not enough stores? No, stores can be supplied. Popular unrest? Is there a risk of rioting or the like? We could suppress this. So, in other words, if you don't find the stories, you will then spend longer in their collection. Yes! And that's all. That is not all. I have promisificated and guarantoried that the paper supplies of London will provision applicate. I really hate these made-up words. More slowly. I will be mocked. I will be humiliated. I will be shamed among the other masters. I assured them when we chose London rather than another city, we said it was for her books. For her collection, her wealth, her hoard of printed things. Mr. Fires alleged that this was personal greed, but I assured them I acted in the good of all. I see. Yes! So the serious matter before us is that you helped to see to the sinking of London. Yourself. It was your own choice. And now you want us to help you prove it was not a vain decision. Yes! I need some air. I'm just going after her. I really want to confront, but confronting a master alone, not a good idea. Don't say anything. Don't tell me I've been a fool because I know it. I can see it now, and I'm sure I'll see it even better when I've had a night to sleep on it. I'm on your side here. Listen, I get it. I totally get it. Like, you trusted them. That trust is broken. What now? I know you want to help me, and I'm grateful. I am. I never thought I'd need a friend as badly as I do now. But this isn't the moment where you dry my tears and I reward you with a kiss. The worst of it is, I can't just walk away now, can I? I can't just leave the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting to its own fool resources. Because London still needs to be fed. We still need an account of who is present. There's real work to do there, even if it's not the work Mr. Pages wants to do. So I can't stop. Let's change clothes before dinner. Get that lapel on. I don't know where the others have got to. They do know when supper is served. Okay. Good evening. I'm looking for Archibald. Is he here? Archie, he's upstairs. Listen, Yes. I know all the old maps have been outlawed. But if you come for his atlas, do you think you could leave it with him? It gives him a lot of comfort, remembering all those little villages in Scotland where his family used to live. Yeah. Yes, leave Archie his maps. He's not doing any harm with them. That isn't why I'm here. Yeah, I'm just going to assume Archie would want to be here for this, so I go to the stairs and call for Archie. Ah, Harzit, I hope you're well. I'm sorry, Archibald. I'm here in the line of duty. It's about David Landau. Did something happen to him? I only saw him today. Shortly after your visit, he died by poisoning. Huh. So, when the housekeeper said he wasn't feeling well, holy shit, I was almost there for him to die. Interesting. Died? The poor man. Shock. What? But I saw him very recently. I wonder if I went there in the morning, would I have seen Archie there? Ooh. Well, I would have had to be with David probably, but interesting thought. May he rest peacefully. I'm sorry I have to bring you this news. Is Rachel all right? Is there anyone with her to protect the house? She said you were the last person to speak with David. That the fatal dose must have come from you. I don't understand. There was an inquest, and the jury found against you. How can there be a jury without the defendant there to defend himself? Or is this a different... Oh, I guess that's an inquest, not trial, so... I'm here to arrest you for murder. Wait a moment. I knew it was just time for someone to arrive. There's too many folks ill, and can I cure the whole town? Wait, no, I couldn't have. I couldn't have seen him there if I went to visit him in the morning, because I literally visited Archie in the morning, and he was here. So no. My mind is a bit scrambled right now, but yeah, let's just get on with this. Tell him to pull himself together, or semi-private? Yeah, let's talk in semi-private. Can I ask Archie something for just a moment? As long as you stay in sight. I mean, he called me. We decided to become friends. I'm not gonna be like, did you actually kill him? No, we're friends. I believe in him. I trust in his innocence. Yeah, let's ensure he's not alone. You're not alone. We're all on your side. We'll come to visit you until you're free. Thank you. Promise to visit. I'll come see you. I hope so. I do not think there's much society on offer. Ahem. Now, should I tell him to pull himself together, or should I speak up for him? Just tell him to pull himself together. Pull yourself together, Archie. That kind of answer is no good to anyone. Don't worry. Maybe you're right. Okay, so. Ooh. Speak up or ask? Speak up. This must be a misunderstanding. Archie's dedicated to keeping people alive, and I don't see him having the nerve to hurt anyone. Not on purpose. No one can measure another person's courage just by looking. Is Rachel all right? How is Rachel doing? Does she have anyone with her? There's her housekeeper, Phoebe, and some friends from her community. They're preparing the body for burial. It can't be left unburied very long. Where? They mean to take him to a Jewish graveyard at Ball's Pond. Rachel said there might be a dispute with their Spanish relatives, that their mother was buried somewhere else. But she did not think it would change the outcome. Buried taken Archie. Wow, exact wording, okay. Newgate Prison was destroyed in the fall. For the time being, prisoners are held in the HMS Ungulate. Sounds like a very insalubrious environment. Cold, damp, infested with vermin. Breathing the vapors of the Thames. It might not be good for the health of the prisoners. You're not ducking your way out that way. No, I mean, if you don't mind, before we set out, I'd like to collect a few doses of this and that. Things that might help to settle bad lungs and prolong the coughs. You're asking whether before we go, you can be allowed to rearrange your collection of drugs. And bring some of those drugs with you. That isn't quite how I'd have phrased it. When you stand accused of murdering a man through the use of potent toxins. Oh. For the sake of your future guards and cellmates, I think I must refuse. Horatia, I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't let out my room to anyone else. We won't. Don't fret. We'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe Chris's high-placed friends at the ministry will come in handy. It'd be a good thing if they did. The dinner table, not much appetite. The HMS Ungulate. Hey. That is the end of the day. Let's review the day. Ask Koji for guides to the invertebrate creatures. Craft a plot. Well, I have that plot. I need to turn it in. I don't think the middle of a murder investigation is a good time to be turning in fiction plots, though, so I'll wait on that. Save money. Visit Arch to find out how to reach the publisher directly. I'd rather get him out, but if I can't do that, I would like to know. Don't suppose any of these have been updated, have they? Imprison friend, that's been updated. Archie told me he has feelings for me. Oh. I think that, I mean, that's a friendship feelings, not romantic feelings. Okay, that makes it, okay. David, deceased fan. Grumpy companion and informant. Companion and informant. Grumpy companion, informant. Grumpy companion. Heathborn. Okay. Circumstance tainted drug. Person Phoebe. Okay. Two days remain in season of confessions. I will get to the arm in my room. For a moment after waking, I forgot what happened last night. Then it comes back to me the sight of Archie being taken away. Horatia staring at the plate of uneaten pie the rest of the evening, strange as it was, and then stumbling back to my own bed. There's no mention of Archie's arrest in the morning's newspaper. It wouldn't shock me if she did do it. Can't even right no matter what he did. Okay, so both of these assume he did it. No, he was framed to stop the exposés that literally haven't been happening. Well, I did one. Maybe it's in the... But that would have shown up in today's paper. It wouldn't have really been a vote of whatever. Maybe he wrote other stuff to them, I don't know. He himself would never say this was a coincidence. Never. I'm looking for the put the right person in the law, or I'm concerned about the killer. So am I a person who seeks justice, or a person who cares about people's well-being, even those who perhaps or haven't committed murder? They're not good people. That's a good question. I mean, I think in this specific instance, I would we want to put the right person in the hands of the law to get my friend out of the hands of the law. But the question is this asking me about this specific circumstance or just all circumstances in general? A bit vague. I'm going to assume it's just this circumstance. What will become of London if we don't take some measures to see the right people punished? I don't know how David's relations are reacting to his death. This may be distracting business. Doubt I'll be able to gather funds. I have no intention to bring Archie any more exposés. The main Mr. Pages will have to wait. I'll keep keep them all. They're all good. I need them. Things I need to do. I'm not giving up on any of them just yet. Okay. And I will call that done. It is getting close to dinner time for me, so I'm going to go eat. Before I do that, I want to return to the title screen because I noticed. Yep. We go to its title screen. There is an option here for sigils. Yep, there's two of them. So we have the perilous descent without cessation. This can be interpreted as the cessation of flight in freefall or the world burned on its axis. You return the recalled the fall of London. So you got that little symbol there. The Forge of Souls. Interesting symbol. This also can be interpreted as the chance construction of permanence or the union of precious objects. You've made a meaningful connection in London. Yep. That will be all for this part of the stream. I am going to be uploading the recording to YouTube, cut it up into smaller bite-sized pieces. So if you are interested in knowing more, want to see what you've missed, you can feel free to check out my YouTube channel. And those of you watching this on YouTube, I am streaming on Twitch as well. Links should be in the description, assuming I've got everything set up properly. Anyway, so long, and I will see you all next time.